Sam, what are you doing?
I'm just checking through all my football apps just to get some of the latest news.
Well, you don't need to. You need the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app sponsors Newcastle Fans TV, and it has all of the latest breaking news, putting loads of articles together. Even Steve Bruce is on there when he's been announced as West Brom manager recently. It's all up to date. The best thing about the app, it pings when there's breaking news. You need it, Sam. Get downloading the OneFootball app. The link is in the description for that.
I'm downloading it now.
Good morning. It is the morning of the ever-important Newcastle United vs Everton fixture. Oh, I'm nervous. Are you nervous? Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about tonight's game. Is Bruno Guimaraes going to start? It looks like from Eddie Howe's comments that potentially no, which I don't like. Dog's getting aggy at nothing. Not only that, but it looks like Dan Burn could be out with an infected toe now. Nice. Like, really? I've not had one, so I don't know how sore it is, but come on. No, I don't like this, Dan. Callum Wilson looks to be out until right towards the end of the season. Eddie Howe hoping to have him back in the last remaining games of this Premier League campaign. Let's just hope that he's not needed when it comes to that time period. So yeah, we'll have a lineup 11 video out this afternoon, but this one's just a very brief update about the potential appointment of Mr. Dan Ashworth.
They've been working on this van for a while. Little conversion, looks lovely. Would love one. Just a scout around the country.
Anyway, so Dan Ashworth, who is he? Dan Ashworth is the ex-technical director of the England setup, who was appointed that role back in 2012. Now, the reason that he was and has been so highly regarded in these roles is that when he went into the England setup, he essentially wanted to implement a new DNA into the England setup, and it started from the bottom. Essentially, there were things like him arranging exactly the same sort of travel arrangements that the senior squad would have, right down to the younger setups and the youth setups. So once you're part of the England squad, you essentially, you know, you are that experience. Your experience as a youth player is exactly the same experience as you would have as a senior player, albeit playing against different competition, of course. And you can only imagine what kind of desire that would implement and instill into the youth, and what that will do for the youth of today. And you can see that in what he's done at Brighton with the likes of Tariq Lamptey. You know, he's a very highly sought after and thought of candidate in that position. And Manchester United had him shortlisted back in 2018. I don't know what happened with that, so I don't want to say that he didn't take the role or he was even offered it. I just know that he was shortlisted. But essentially took the Brighton role in 2019, and very many Brighton fans are upset that he's decided to resign. And he was clearly very highly thought of, and that can only bode well for Newcastle United. And it does seem that he's very close to signing a deal with Newcastle. There have been talks that he could potentially going over to Everton as well, but apparently the board offered him a role on Friday and he resigned, I think it was yesterday or Sunday evening. So without trying to connect the dots too much, you would like to think that he's on board with the Newcastle United project, which would just be absolutely fantastic. You know, there were talks of the likes of Mark Overmars and Emanalo, who have obviously superseded what anyone would think they would do in their own respective roles. But were we a little bit naive in thinking that we could get those types of characters straight away? But is Dan Ashworth just as good, if not better, as them, but doesn't maybe get as much credence for his successes because he's English at the end of the day? Which seems completely counterintuitive and a bit backwards, because you would say that and argue that most England players are probably overhyped, but it doesn't seem to be the case with English staff. When we look at those sorts of roles, it seems that their foreign counterparts probably are given more respect or given more I don't know. But I just feel that maybe the English counterparts in those particular roles, like the directors of football, etc., probably aren't as widely regarded as their foreign counterparts. Now, one thing that he did say, wait for the cars to go past, is that as a nation we are characterised by our passion, fighting spirit and effort, which, you know, fantastic, we were and are. Oh, shadows. However, this is not something we want to be solely defined by moving forward, and I like that, because he wants to instill change, and he wants to change with the ever expanding footballing world. Like Germany, for example, they're a well-oiled machine, but every now and then they implement flair into the side, and Brazil were a well-renowned flair side, but they're now instilling fight and desire, and like things are always changing, and you can't just be bound to one style, one sorry, the dog's just emptying her bowels and one thought process, you know what I mean? So I like that he looks to be constantly ever changing, and as I said, it does look like it's almost pretty much a done deal. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about it. Hopefully the club announce it very soon. Are you happy? Are you not happy? Is there someone else you'd rather have gone and got? And educate me. There's lots of stuff that I don't know about him. I mean, he's 50 years old. Still young. Still young. Birthday next month. I'm not stalking him. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. Hopefully we get a win against Everton tonight. It's going to be a tough game. It looks like Dele Alli, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Donny van de Beek all in the side. But we'll know as updates go on throughout the day. And as I said, we'll have a predicted lineup coming out later this afternoon. It's been your boy Carl. See you all soon. Boys. Oh, and we're the lads.